Hello everyone, this is Impulse and welcome back to the Moonlight Server. And I'm just chilling here again at the Skelly Farm, the Wither Skelly Farm. And I decided that if I'm just going to be running around here trying to collect these guys, these Wither Skeleton skulls, I might as well go ahead and do the answers to Ask Me Anything. A couple weeks ago, or 3 episodes ago on my Moonlight series, I posted, or I let you guys know that I will be answering your questions if you give me some questions in the comments, and you guys did. You came through, you gave me a list of questions. I got a long list to go through. I'm trying to get through most of the questions. I probably won't get to them all, just because I like to talk a lot. I do ramble a bit, you guys know that. And I was going to answer them. I'll run around, I'll hunt some Wither Skellies, and I'll answer your questions, and we'll have a grand old time, I'm sure. But I want some fire resistance. I'm running out of fire resistance, so I need to learn how to brew, because I always forget. I think I need bottles, that's for sure. Ooh, look at that. We got cauldrons here. Uh-oh, I feel bad now. I feel bad, I emptied it. And then I'm taking the last... Oh well, sorry, Graph. I'll refill it later, I promise. So I think the deal is here. You put in. Well, let me put in the bottles first. Yeah, put in the bottles, and then you just put these things in order. So what would I do? Nether wart, took it, and then that, and then I want to like extend it. Oh man, which one is it? I think it's redstone. Is it redstone? I think it's redstone. Extends it. I always get that confused. Man, I stink at brewing potions. So yeah, we'll let that go through. While we're waiting for that to brew, I'm going to start with the questions here. So I got these kind of divided up. I'm going to start with the personal information about me as a person in real life. You guys asked a lot of those questions, so I will get those answered for you. So we'll just jam through these. How old am I? 33. Done. Where are you from? I am from kind of a suburb, or at least I'm currently living in a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States. It's southeastern Phoenix, a suburb called Chandler. And so, oddly enough, I actually live not too far from Tango Tech. I know we've mentioned it before, but he's just about 10 miles away from me. So that was totally unplanned. It just happened, which is awesome. Let's see. Did I get that right? Oh, good. All right, so I'll grab these and we'll start hunting. So I got 1 now. I actually do have some more in my ender chest. Actually, there's an ender chest here so I can show you. I have 7. So let me put that in there. 8. I'm just getting greedy, guys. I'm going to get as many as I can. So let's see how many we can get this episode. So we'll start with 0. And I got my fire resistance going from already. And so answered where I'm from. Next question is, what is my job? I am a software engineer or software developer, you can call me. I work at Intel. You guys may have heard of the company. We make like processors and computer chips and stuff for computers, right? I actually developed software that a help desk uses. The people that support the factories that are making the chips, they need software to do their job, and I do that for them. Make them some software, whatever they need. Do a lot of different languages, ASP.NET, C#, JavaScript, typical HTML. It's web apps, so whatever. You can expect there. Do a little bit of database stuff too, just to get my apps working. Let's see. What did I study at college? Well, you can probably guess just by that. I studied CIS. I mean, I guess you could have guessed computer science, but nope, I was too chicken. I just went with the CIS degree. And maybe, if I went back to college, I might I might go into computer science, because I would like to get a little more in-depth knowledge of that kind of stuff, but haven't really needed it yet. Been doing just fine. So... Have I traveled overseas? And the person asking is from the land of South Africa. So, hello, all you South Africans watching. It's nice to hear that people kind of all around the world are watching these videos. That's awesome. Yes, I have traveled overseas. I've been to Israel. It was for my job, so I didn't get a chance to sightsee too much. I did go to a place called Masada. You may have heard of. It's kind of like a community was built on top of these mountains, and they lived there. They were living in fear. There was and I can't remember the story, but there was like a whole army of people chasing after them, and they basically went to hide on top of a mountain. They built a whole community on like a plateau. It's pretty cool. So I went and checked out that place. Why am I on fire? It ran out already. Duh. I also went to the Dead Sea. And that was really, really cool, because in the Dead Sea, if you guys don't know, you like float. Like you can't sink in the Dead Sea. You get in the water and you just like, you're floating on top of the water. It's pretty cool. So that was a trip. But if I did get a chance to go anywhere I wanted to, I guess I would go to, kind of in that same area, but I'd go to like Italy and Greece. I do want to kind of go up into the other parts of Europe too, like France and I'd love to go to the UK just mainly because through the YouTube stuff I got some people I know up there now, and I'd love to just go hang with them in person. That'd be cool. Zedif, Sark, talking to you. Anyway, let's see. Next question. I'm Spanish. What do you think about Spain? So, hello, somebody from Spain. I don't know a lot about Spain, actually, but I definitely would love to check Spain out as well. That's definitely on that same kind of list as, if I went to Europe, I would try to make my way around to pretty much every country over there, I think. And so Spain would definitely be on the top of that must-see list. So, there's that. All right, next question. What is my favorite game ever? That's a deep question. For me, I didn't play a ton of games growing up. I mean, I kind of did as a young kid, but that was back on, Nintendo Entertainment Center system or whatever it was. So I guess I'll default back to that, because for me to say Minecraft, obviously you guys know Minecraft's my favorite game. But outside of that, when I was playing on the Nintendo, my favorite game back then was Master Blaster was the name of it. You probably never heard of it. It's probably before many of your times. But Master Blaster was a game that I remember being addicted to. I tried to play it straight through, beginning to end, and beat it and whatnot. And so that was I thought that game was pretty cool. I don't know if I went back and played it now how I'd feel. I should try to, though. I guess you can do emulators now where you can play all these old school games on on your computer. And they even have you can plug in a USB kind of Nintendo joystick. So that would be kind of cool. I'd love to go back and play those games now that I'm older and have a little different perspective on them. But yeah, Master Blaster. So if you can, check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's see what else we got here. Check my list. What is the most fun you've ever had? Well, the most fun I ever had was actually hanging out with Roby1, Skizzleman, and McBean. You guys may have heard of those guys. I hang out with them every Tuesday night on a live stream that we do, and the other server that I'm on called SMB. We actually rented a beach house out in San Diego, so on the Pacific Ocean there. And we rented this beach house, and it was just awesome. Ooh, skull! That's number one. Bing! We'll keep count. So we stayed in this beach house for a week. The four of us. It was our families as well. We have wives and kids, and so all our kids who had been playing Minecraft together on a server that we had made for them got a chance to meet each other in person and hang out on the beach and go boogie boarding, I think it's called, and things like that. And so we just had a grand old time, and that was probably one of the best times I've ever had. In fact, we liked that house so much that I actually talked my family, my parents, my grandma, and my sister and brother-in-law into renting it out, and we're going next week. So my this time not with McBean and Roby1 and Skiz, but my family. So that'll be fun. I'm taking my whole family and my parents, like I said, and sister. They'll all be there with their families, and I'm sure it will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, may slow down my video production next week. That's for sure. Let's see what we got. Oh, now we're getting into crazy questions. Do I wipe back to front or front to back? Let me think. Front to back. Next. What is my real name? I'm not ready to tell you guys my real name, to be honest. I don't know why I feel awkward about it. It just kind of feels like, you got your screen name and that's it. That you are your screen name. And I don't want to ruin that for you by telling you my real name. But I will tell you this. My real name, the initials of my first and last name are actually in my screen name. So Impulse SV. I'm sure you get it. So, a lot of people also ask, where does Impulse SV come from? And, well, the impulse part is a couple things. Ooh, look at you. You're all free and stuff. Well, now you can't get me, can you? Impulse comes from, I used to be a drummer, and I did this thing as a drum. They're called drum corps, basically. It's like, I don't know if you guys know marching. Some of you probably know what a marching band is. It's kind of like a marching band, but it's more like professional. I know it sounds totally nerdy, and you're right. But I did this summer. Oh, no. Oh well. I did the summer deal where I basically toured the country, and I was a drummer. In a marching band, you don't have like a whole drum set. You have like one drum of the drum set kind of thing going on, and so I played the snare drum in this drum corps, and the drum corps was called Impulse, and it was like such a big deal in my life that that name of that drum corps stuck with me. So when it came time to make a screen name, I chose to just go with it. So Impulse, and I put my initials in there, and it kind of has like this double meaning for me. Also, I'm an impulsive person, and when you put the initials together, it kind of looks like it says impulsive. So yeah, there you go. That's how I got that. Okay, so the next question I have is, when did you meet Skizzleman and Roby1? Well, I met them in two different times, many years apart, actually. Skizzleman I met in high school. I was about 13 years old, going into marching band, and he was the drumline section leader. So he was kind of my boss there for a little bit with that whole deal. And, we got along really well because, I always kind of followed direction and did what I was told, and, he kind of dug that. So we kind of bonded with that and made a friendship that kind of lasted forever. It's been forever, and I'm pretty sure it will go on forever. So we met there, and somehow we keep just like following each other around with our jobs. So he got a job at Intel first and kind of let me know when they were hiring and put in a good word for me and hooked me up, basically brought me in, and we get to work together. And that's where we met Roby1. He was working at Intel before either one of us was. And, Roby1's a cool guy, and we all just kind of hang out at work. Same story with McBean. He was hired around the same time as I was, and we all just kind of ended up in the same group. And one day, Roby1 had came to us and said, "Hey, my son," I think at the time his son was probably like 10 years old or so. He's like, my son's playing this new game called Minecraft. It looks really cool. And he's like, "You guys should check it out," And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And at the time, I thought, well, that sounds good. My son's always looking for a game. He's a little bit younger. I think he was about 7 at the time. I was like, okay, I'll get it for my son. That sounds good. And I got it for my son. And you know how Minecraft is. It's like there's so much to learn about this game. I'm still learning. That my son had lots of questions, and they needed to be answered. I needed to help him. As I was helping him, I realized, holy cow, this game is pretty sweet. And picked it up myself, and got my own account and started playing. And then, I realized, hey, I got to go to YouTube for most of these to learn how to play this game correctly. And that's kind of when I saw, that there's this whole YouTube thing going on around Minecraft as well. And as I kind of progressed with the game and got better and started getting into doing mob traps and things like that, I decided, you know what, I think I got some things here to show other people that might be interested in, learning how to do like a gold farm. Was my first thing I did. And I put a video out there, and Doc M liked it. He saw it, and he put a like on it, and all of a sudden my channel started getting subscribers, and it's just been kind of growing ever since. So that's how it all kind of took off. And it's been a fun ride, I got to tell you. It's been an interesting one as well, but I'm definitely glad that it all went down that way, because this is my favorite hobby now. Doing Minecraft, doing YouTube, doing Twitch, the live streams and stuff. Wait a minute, I don't have fire protection. I don't have my potion effects anymore. Hang on. I don't want any piece of that. All right, let me see what the next question is. Oh, why are you so awesome? Well, see, I don't see myself as awesome, so that's kind of hard to answer. But I do appreciate whoever it is that said that. I do appreciate that's how you feel. You guys humble me every day with your comments and all the positive things you have to say, in the comments of the videos and on my channel and when I'm doing live streams in the chat there. So, definitely appreciate it. I believe that I have a long ways to go to be awesome, and I'll probably never reach it in my own mind, just because I'll always be self-critical and things like that. But if you guys feel that way, I appreciate it. I really do. It's a great feeling to have people tell you that kind of stuff. So thank you, whoever said that. What biome do you like the most in Minecraft? I'd have to say Extreme Hills. I just really like kind of the grandeur of the different elevations and the terrain is kind of something that is a bit of a challenge to get over and things like that. And I just think it looks great. Oh, number 2. Ding. Hey, don't ruin this for me. That was a moment. We were having a moment here. There's your moment. Eat it. That's what you get. Yeah, so Extreme Hills. I won't go into too much detail, but I just love the look when it generates. A lot of them look really cool. Building styles. What is my favorite building styles? I don't really have a building style myself, I'd say. But I do kind of like the modern look. I don't really know how to do it. I'd love to just build everything in a modern look. I think that Minecraft's still a bit limited with the block choices. Not everything has half slabs and things like that. Ever since they added quartz, that definitely helped, because the quartz blocks, they actually went as far as doing the half slabs and stairs, and I think that if they kind of did that with every block, that would definitely help to be able to build more things in a modern style. But modern, definitely, I'd say modern. I like the looks of modern things. I just again, I need to kind of figure out how to do it on my own. And along those lines, somebody asked, what was the best build I ever made? Yeah, I probably should have thought about this one ahead of time. I was pretty, here's me. I can only think of what I did like 10 minutes ago. I was pretty proud of how the entrance to my base on the server, on this server, worked out. The one I just did a couple episodes ago. I was pretty proud of that. It seemed like I got a lot of positive feedback on that, which when it comes to building, I don't typically get a lot of positive feedback because I'm not that great of a builder. But that one I did put a lot of time into and ended up getting a lot of positive feedback. So right now I'd say the front entrance to Pandora is the build I've been most proud of. Then they went on to ask, same person here, asked if I was to choose between single player and multiplayer, which one would I choose? Well, that one's the easy one. Multiplayer for sure. Definitely helps to have friends around. In a single player world, you can kind of get bored. You're constantly just talking to yourself. There's nobody to hang out with. Multiplayer, every once in a while I get to hang out with Graph and Tango, and we get to help each other with builds and just derp around, and those are the best moments. Oh, good. You're going to wear that then, huh? You wanted that? You really wanted that bad that you had to just run in front of me and take it? Hey! I'm talking to you. All right, whatever. You can keep it. I'm not going to start a fight about it. So, yeah, multiplayer, definitely multiplayer, guys. If you can get obviously the trick is finding a good multiplayer server, because it really helped. Like, I started out with a group of friends, and we just kind of made our own server, and at first somebody just kind of hosted it out of their house. And I guess with Minecraft Realms, that's becoming more and more possible. Honestly, I don't know a lot about what they're doing with Minecraft Realms, but I'm assuming that's what it's for. So I would encourage you to do that. If you got some friends that play Minecraft, try to set something up where you guys can play on a server together. Going out there with a public server, and then you got to deal with these. There's a lot of jerks out there, and there's not as much in the Minecraft community, but they're still out there. So you don't want to have to deal with griefers and stuff like that. So try to get your friends together. That's what I'd recommend. Let's see. Next question. Can you give tips on how to build nice things? No, I cannot, because I'm still working on it myself. But no, I'll tell you what I do. Whenever I want to build something, the first thing I do is I go out to the internet. I go to YouTube. I go to Google Images and just do searches for Minecraft builds and that whatever thing I'm doing, bridges or whatever, and I try to get inspiration. I don't want to rip somebody off necessarily. I want to see what they've done and see if it inspires me to do something, or if there's pieces of what they've done that I can take and mix and match and come up with my own, and definitely spend time in creative. That is a big deal. A lot of the things that we do on the server, and I know a lot of the other members do the same thing, we spend time in creative, we build it up, we check it out, and since you're doing it in creative, you can build something, hate it, tear it down, redo it. And so that's kind of how I roll. I try to figure out what I'm gonna do from just looking at other stuff and getting inspired, and then I check it out in creative, derp around with things in creative until I like it, and then I come in on the server and build it. And usually that's obviously the hard part, because it takes forever, because you spend most of that time just gathering the materials to build it. So anyway, that's how I do it. When did you start to like Redstone, and how did you begin to like it? Interesting question. So Redstone just kind of became a necessity to do what I wanted to do when I started playing Minecraft. I'm kind of, I guess, lazy in a way. What do I do with you then? Okay, we'll try this. I don't know if I'll get your stuff. I don't want it anyway. I was kind of lazy, right? Like farming, it was tedious, And I was thinking, it'd be cool if we could automate stuff because I'm all about trying to get efficient, on things. And so then, I realized searching YouTube that people are, automated farms and things like that, and it just became a necessity to do Redstone in order to have automated farms. So, kind of due to the fact that I wanted farms, I had to learn Redstone, and I'd say I'm not great at Redstone. I'm okay at it. I know enough Redstone to get by, to build what I need to build. And when I can't figure it out, I go to YouTube like most people do and learn from others. And there's a lot of great ones out there, obviously. I've learned a lot from the Zip Crowd guys. But yeah, that's kind of how I got started with Redstone. And the reason I like it is because it allows me to get the job done, whatever it is I want to do. So that's that. Am I OCD about Minecraft? No, I'm actually not. I wouldn't say I am at all. When it comes to these farms that I build, I typically, you've heard function over form, or you do function and then form or whatever. I typically do function and just forget all about form. As soon as it functions, I just walk away yep, it works. I'm good. So that's part of the reason why, obviously, I'm not that great of a builder, is because I never really focused on that. And part of this Moonlight server, this journey that we're going on the Moonlight server, my goal was to change that about myself. I'm always on a mission to try to better myself, and this is part of it. So from now on, I say that. Don't know how good I'll be at it, but I definitely want to start focusing on form. If I do build a farm, I need to make it look good. And I can't say that I've done that yet with this Blaze farm even, but that's kind of my goal, is I'm going to become a better builder by forcing myself to do that kind of stuff. If you were to eat an item in Minecraft, what would you choose? So out of all the food items in real life, what would be my favorite? I'd say pumpkin pie by far. I do like me some pumpkin pie in real life. So out of all the food items in Minecraft, yeah, pumpkin pie. But in reality, chicken is what I eat the most. Because I try to eat pretty healthy, and chicken's a pretty healthy protein. So yeah, pumpkin pie when I'm spoiling myself, and chicken when I'm doing the right thing, I guess. Is the answer there. What's my future plans with my channel? Well, I guess I'd say kind of stay the course here. I don't plan on making big changes to the channel or anything like that. The plans are to continue doing Moonlight, to grow Moonlight as a server, in kind of people that are watching us here on the Moonlight server, and potentially members in the future. I don't know where that's going to go quite yet, but we're trying to definitely do something with this server that is somewhat unique, fun to watch. I mean, our main thing is to try to be entertaining here, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that. But so we have Moonlight. That's probably the thing that takes up most of my time. Another thing that I've kind of gotten away from lately. I'm on fire. Yeah. Something that I kind of got away from lately is doing tutorials. So I did a tutorial recently on the Blaze farm. I want to do more things like that. You don't always come up with the ideas and invent stuff, So I went through a little bit of a drought, but I do want to get back to that. So keeping tutorials and inventions going on my channel is something I strive to do, or I'll be looking to do in the future. And then I also like having other series that are just fun, like the Naked and Scared series that I do with Skizzleman. Those are fun. I'd like to do something with some other people. Obviously, Tango Tech comes to mind. If I can get Tango and I to do some sort of adventure map or something like that, that would be cool. And have another kind of series like that running on the channel would be the goal. And then I do kind of the weekly streams with the SMB crew as well, and I'll continue to do that. That's not really related to the YouTube channel. I don't post any of that on the YouTube channel, but just something else I do for fun. So that's that. How many subscribers would I like to have? I don't really have a number. that's gonna make me like feel good. Obviously, you always want more. You always want more. And it's not so much the subscribers. It's just that I want to know that you guys are enjoying my videos and that you're enjoying them enough to spread the word. Hit the like button, let other people know that I'm here and I'm worth watching, and hopefully you feel that way. I'm guessing you do if you're watching right now. And that's my goal. I just want to keep making entertaining videos, and whether I get more subscribers or not, it doesn't really bother me. Obviously I'd like more, but if I don't get more and I know that you guys are still enjoying what I do, then I'm fine. I'm happy. So that's that. What else? Oh, yeah. So I've talked about the live streaming. Somebody actually asked me, and they must not know about the SMB live stream. They asked me if I'll be live streaming, and obviously I haven't been doing a lot of live streaming on my personal Twitch channel, the Impulse SV one, because I've been spending all my live streaming time on SMB Live is the channel. I'll put a link to that in the description if you guys want to check that out. But basically, we, Skizzleman, Roby1, McMean, Graph is there, and then we also have MK the Worst joins us, and we live stream in this cool thing. It's like a split screen, so you can see like you can see 4 screens and 2 faces basically if we're all there all at once, and we're in TeamSpeak together, and we're just having a good time, and it's a pretty good show. You guys should check it out. We do stream at a kind of an odd time. It's Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. PST. So if you miss it, you can go to the channel and check out replays. But yes, I do stream. So there's that. All right, so I got asked what my plans were, or they actually said, have you thought about maybe making a little town through the walkway to Pandora? And the answer is yes. That's exactly what I planned on doing. I was going to try to just keep it a secret until it came, the time to do that episode, but I'll just let you guys know what my plans are. Yeah, I kind of want it to seem like, like your typical deal, you see in movies where people walk into a kingdom and they have those merchants kind of off to the left and the right, and they're selling food and armor and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, that's actually my plan. Next question, will you be doing an iron foundry or basic iron farm on the server? We'll be doing an iron farm at some point. It'll happen. One way or another, we're going to want iron. We already do want iron. It's just, I think we're all kind of hoping Tango will come up with something crazy. I'm sure he will. No pressure, Tango. So, we'll wait and see how things pan out there, especially, once 1.8's officially released. We'll make up our minds then. But yeah, there'll be an iron farm at some point. The big question, will it be some crazy new Tango invention, or is it just going to be your standard, basic iron farm? I can't answer that. I can't answer that just yet. So stick around, keep watching the episodes, and I'm sure you'll find out sooner or later. Next question: will I ever get revenge on Tango and Zedif? Oh yes, they will be mine. I'll definitely be getting that vengeance on them. But it's all about timing, guys. You know what I mean? It's like if I retaliated like the very next episode after they pranked me, it's too obvious, right? They see it coming. No, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to wait until it's been so long that they forgot that I even owed them, a retaliation. And then they'll be so surprised when it happens, and it's going to be epic. That's the other thing. I don't want to just do something, random. It's got to be epic if I am going to get them back. So, I'm still kind of waiting for the epic idea to come to mind as well. So I'll be honest. There we go. Jeez, that guy was hard to kill. So yes, I'll get him back. Don't you worry. And then some questions about the logistics of the server. Who hosts it? Who's paying for it? We go through MC Pro Hosting. They're okay. I got good and bad about them, and I think from all the discussions and all the research I've done, you pretty much have that with all service providers. So, feel free to recommend other providers, and we may end up checking out, other server hosters, hosting companies, I think. I can't speak all of a sudden. So yeah, go ahead and if you know one, you can tell me, and we'll check it out. But so far, I'm pretty happy with MC Pro Hosting. They're actually improving every day, and Tango and I are actually kind of splitting the bill for it right now. So it's not a ton of money, and that's probably part of the reason why we do have some lag and stuff. We're not doing like your diamond package or whatever they call it, but it's decent. We have a decent package, and it's doable. I mean, I've been hanging out in the Nether, and there really hasn't been that much lag. So even on the snapshots, which are kind of bad. So there you go. Could I see the Moonlight crew expanding, accepting applications, blah blah blah, that sort of thing? Yeah, definitely. I don't think we're gonna be at the member count we're at now forever. I think that right now we're all about just solidifying the group that we have, making sure that we all know what we're doing, and we can play together as a community here and have our act together kind of thing before we start bringing in people. So yeah, I mean, and we're always kind of looking, we got our eye out for potential members, things like that. And a lot of people are always asking, what are the qualifications to be a member? Guys, it's not like we're looking at you must have X amount of subscribers on YouTube or anything like that. You obviously you need to have something for us to look at, so you need to probably have a YouTube channel so that we could at least see what you do. But we're looking for people that can entertain, because that's what this server's all about. We want to entertain you guys. So if you're making videos and you're really entertaining and you got, in your small channel, but you definitely have some skills and things like that, you'd be considered. Obviously, if you've already got a ton of subscribers and viewers, that just means that you've already been kind of noticed and you've proven that you do provide some entertainment to the YouTube community. So that's kind of why a lot of people think, oh, we're just going after big YouTubers. But no, that's not the case. It's not the case. We're going after, when we do put new members on the server, which I'm sure we will someday, those are the kind of people that we're looking for. Do you make good videos? Do you make entertaining videos? Do people like watching you? Because that's what it's going to take to be a member. We're a YouTube content-driven server here, and we want to provide good content for you guys to watch. So we do our best. We do what we can, and we're always looking to improve. So there's that. So yeah, we don't have an application process or anything like that, but we're just always kind of on the lookout. We're always poking around YouTube and seeing what's out there, and eventually, I'm sure somebody will strike a nerve or what. I don't know how you want to say that, but they'll get our attention and may possibly get invited. So it could be you. You never know. And somebody asked where Nims went. That is a really good question. Where did Nims go? We should do a search for Nims. I don't know, man. I don't know. Nims was invited to the server. He has been invited to the server. And he's even started playing on the server. And then, from what I understand, his computer crashed or something. And I don't know if he's just not been able to replace his computer or get his computer back to a working state. He's kind of fallen off the grid a little bit, incommunicado, if you will. So we haven't really been able to talk to him and find out what's been going on, but we're all kind of hoping he does come back. I know a lot of you guys like Nims, and if you check out his channel, I don't think he's posted now in a long time. So if he does come back, then we'll chat it up with him and see what's going on. Hopefully he'll join us again, but I can't tell you what's going on there because I have no idea. The search for Nims continues. So, all right, guys, been a long video. I've been babbling. That's what I do best. Well, it's probably not what I do best, but it's what I do. So, final question. Here we go. We're just going to get to it. Will you make another Q&A? Not that I need to right now. I just did one. But I'm sure I'll be around long enough that, or I'm hoping I'll be around long enough that there'll be a whole bunch more people that come in that want to know about me, and I might do one later, like a year or two from now, probably. That's about how long it's been since I did my last one, actually, when I was doing Future Craft. So, yeah, I could see myself doing another one when needed, if needed. And so that's that. And, of course, if my opinions change about stuff, I'll have to come back and explain, what's going on there. So, all right, so we're going to wrap it up now, and I'm going to get one last skull. Nope. All right, final count is 2. I was actually kind of hoping I'd get 3, but, well, we got what we got. Oh, I'll go up there. So, all right, guys, since I've been babbling, I want to reward you guys before I go. So here's your reward for sticking around and listening to me babble for over 30 minutes, I'm sure. Once I edit it, it's probably going to be long. You get to choose what I do in the next episode. It's been a while since we did that. So I'm going to get you some options after I kill these guys. Ooh, lots of these guys. And I'm out of fire resistance. Unless they kill me first. Hang on. We're going to do this. We'll end this episode soon. Don't you worry. We'll get it. And then you guys get 3 options to choose from. And you can tell me what to do next episode. And I'll do it. I'll do whatever you guys tell me to do. I'm here for you. Give me a skull. Give me a skull. Suck. All right, I'll be right back with 3 options. All right, I got it. I got you 3 options for you. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? He's ready. You don't get to choose, buddy. You're just going to walk through me, aren't you? Where are you going? All right, here we go. Option number 1 is theme park attraction. So you guys probably seen it from the other videos. My last one, actually, I went through the Tangler, which was one that Tango Tech had done. And recently ZF did one as well. I think it's my turn to put an attraction on the moon there in the end. So theme park attraction, be option number 1. Option number 2, just talked about it. Maybe having that merchant hall. So we'll call it a Pandora Merchants Hall. When you walk through the gates of Pandora and have all those merchants off to the left or right, that's not a 1-episode project, of course, but we could get that started. And then option number 3, it's been on the list for a while. We'll keep it on the list, and eventually it'll get done. The storage room. So I'm kind of thinking now about maybe doing like an underground one. So we could do that. So again, I'll cruise through them. Option number 1, theme park attraction. Option number 2, Pandora Merchants Hall. And option number 3, storage room. Guys, get those votes in as soon as you can so I can get started on the next episode. I don't want to keep you waiting. Like I said, I'm going to be going out of town, and I really hope to get the next episode out before I go, but no promises there. We'll see what I can do. But let me know what you think, and we'll see you again next time. Have a good one, everyone. Oh!